This video was brought to you by ExpressVPN.
Oh man, so many mainframes today. Oh no, firewall, watch out! Oh, whoa, hey! As you can probably tell, I spend a lot of time on this computer, doing strictly legal things, just for the record, and that's exactly why ExpressVPN is so important. ExpressVPN keeps my connection private by encrypting my network data and rerouting it through a secure server. Even in incognito mode, the man can track my activity and sell my data to advertisers. But ExpressVPN stops all that nonsense. I can work and browse and do whatever I want with full peace of mind. And hey, I'm a gamer. I pwn a lot of noobs and I make them really mad and they try to DDoS attack me. But all I have to do is turn on ExpressVPN like this and look, my IP address gets masked so I can't get DDoS'd. Then in my downtime, I'm all about Netflix. But the thing is, there are literally thousands of shows out there that are region locked. And oh, look at that, ExpressVPN lets me change my country to UK. A couple clicks and boom, I'm watching Red Dwarf along with every other show not available in the US. There are a lot of VPNs out there, but ExpressVPN is the only service rated #1 by CNET, The Verge, TechRadar, and countless others. So head to expressvpn.com/Arlo or hit that link in the description to get 3 extra months of ExpressVPN for free. Okay, back to it. Oh, this firewall's hot. It's burning up my mainframe.
Skip it. It's coming together.
Okay, so one of the reasons I don't usually show myself in my unscripted videos is I want to do something different for the background. I don't want to just do the green screen. I want something real, you know? And it's been a little hard coming up with something that works. It's a work in progress, and I know that there's like the big vent like right there in the middle of the wall. That's very nice. But you know what? I really wanted to be in this video, so here I am, doing what I can, and so here's the thing. Okay, so as you might have noticed, last year we did not have an E3 of any kind. Summer Game Fest tried to pick up the slack, and of course a lot of other companies just kind of had their own, their own presentations anyway, but there was no E3, and it felt weird. Obviously, lots of crazy stuff going on in the world, and like, the really major stuff, it's really, really important. It cannot be understated how just huge the events of last year were. But then like, sometimes it's the little stuff that really hits home how strange things are. It's the little stuff that you expect to be normal as just a normal part of your life. When those don't show up, that's when it's like, whoa. This is weird. This is strange. And E3 was one of those things that had always been there. There's always been an E3. Every single year we could look forward to E3. It was something that was just so definite, like the cogs of time turning, like the ocean. You knew it was always gonna come. And this time it just didn't. This year, naturally, it's taking on a digital format, but it is indeed back. And I won't talk about this too much. I've already talked about this before, but we kind of thought it might die. We kind of thought, like, if anything was going to kill E3, this would be it. But that didn't kill E3, so now it's back. So now it's just kind of back. Now it's just kind of like, will it ever die? Who can really say? Kind of hoped it would die, that other better things would take its place, but that didn't happen. So the reality is, it is here, it is back, it is coming. The thing is, though, I am seeing a lot of people just kind of being very hesitant to get excited. It's kind of this vibe going around that, like, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe it would somehow be wrong or irresponsible to get excited for E3 again. But I'm here to tell you, with whatever authority I have, which is exactly 0, that it is okay to be hyped for E3. Now here's the thing, I entirely understand the hesitance, absolutely. And in like the last few years especially, I feel like we, the community, have become more aware than ever of how hype can actually end up hurting a product, hurting just people's reception of that product, hurting the discourse surrounding the product. Honestly, I think just like Nintendo with their constant Smash character reveals, that's kind of played a big part in that, I think. Just people just starting to realize, man, this whole hype machine, this can go overboard. The hype train can easily derail. And that's why, absolutely, it is good to be wary. It is good to be careful about your hype. It is good to hype responsibly.
And of course, just overall, it's always good to temper your expectations. And, you know, this year, more so than maybe any other year. Obviously, things are still weird. In some places in the world, things are kind of going back to normal. In other places, it's worse than it's ever been. It's horrible. This has been an unprecedented, historical, global event. And so, as we always say it again and again, but it's always true, we don't know how this has affected Nintendo or any other game company. We cannot know the ramifications. We don't know how much stuff has been delayed or changed or canceled or whatever. There's just no way to know. So obviously, we gotta give them credit. We gotta give them a break. We can only expect so much. And then if we get more than that, then that's just a plus. Sure. That said, while this is a great time to temper our expectations, it is also a great time to just be excited, to just be happy, to just revel in the excitement. At this point, any return to normalcy is a good thing. Any little tidbit that we can grab onto that makes it feel like things might be sort of almost eventually getting back to normal, that's something we gotta grab onto. In this year, the second of a series of really weird years, I would say the most important thing about E3 is just having something to look forward to. Just having that thing to grab and just be like, oh, hey, E3, it's happening. And like, maybe it will end up totally stinking, you know? Maybe we won't get anything good, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't mean we can't be excited. I mean, that's true of any event. That's true of any Nintendo Direct, any E3 presentation, anything. You know, you can get excited for Christmas and opening presents, even if you know you might just get some junk, right? You can still be excited because overall, while hype can be a dangerous thing and while it can get out of control, I would say that excitement, that anticipation itself has value. And I feel like in the discussion of, you know, the concept of hype and how we shouldn't get too hyped, I feel like that's kind of getting lost. Just the sheer idea that hype itself, just the good feelings that we get in our tummies and our hearts, that is valuable as well. That is a part of the experience. That's a part of the community. That's a part of the fun of enjoying video games. It's not just sitting down and playing a game that you like, it's all the other stuff too. And then, while we should temper our expectations because of global circumstances, at the same time, this year specifically, Nintendo has a lot going for them. I mean, like, they have a lot of games that have been announced but not released. We have Breath of the Wild 2. We've got other Zelda anniversary stuff we might get. There's Bayonetta 3, Splatoon 3, Metroid Prime 4. There's the DK rumor. There's other Metroid rumors, and there's Pokemon stuff. Like, it's one of those things where they're in a really good place because even if only a small amount of the things that we think might happen, that's still pretty good because there's just so many potential things there. A small handful of them could still make for a pretty darn good E3. And that is a really good place to be in going into a Direct, you know? Like, of course, don't expect every one of these things, and you can't even necessarily expect any of them. Maybe we'll get 0. Doesn't seem super likely, but just statistically, I would say the odds are in our favor, which makes it more okay to think, yeah, maybe something good will happen that I can be excited for. And gosh, it's not even just Nintendo. E3 isn't just Nintendo. I like Nintendo, that's my favorite thing, but like if you're a fan of other platforms and series and stuff, there's a lot to be excited for this year. Again, it comes down to the potential. You don't know any one thing is going to happen, but there's so many maybes, and there are a lot of definitelys, you know? Like Sony, they got new Horizon Zero Dawn coming out. You know, they're showing new gameplay for that at the State of Play. That'll definitely be something like that at E3. And they got a new God of War coming. They always reveal other new projects and stuff. Then Microsoft, they got Halo stuff coming, and they're Bethesda now, so maybe we'll get Starfield. Maybe we'll get something Elder Scrolls 6. Microsoft is all, you know, they're always buying up studios and starting new projects. Maybe they'll have other stuff to announce. You got Ubisoft. They got Far Cry 6 is expected to make an appearance. Skull and Bones and Beyond Good and Evil 2. We haven't seen them in a million years, and I'm not convinced they're still being developed anymore, but that's a possibility. Elden Ring. Everyone's talking about Elden Ring. The next game from Software. There's the thing right there. There's so many possibilities. It's so ripe.
All I'm trying to say is it's good to be wary. It's good to be careful. It's good to not get totally overboard so that when nothing happens that you wanted, you just get completely crushed and you get angry and you go online and you yell about it and you say all the video game companies, they're all horrible and they should all just blow up and die. They should all go bankrupt. Close down the game industry. Shut down every single studio. Fire every single employee. Games are over, people. Games are over. I didn't get Super Mario Odyssey 2. Don't do that. Don't be that person, but also be excited. Be excited because this is a community thing. E3 is a community thing. It's not just, it's like I said, it's not just about getting what we want. It's not just about getting all the announcements that we dreamed of. Let's make this a community thing. It's not just getting excited, it's getting excited together with our friends, together with other platform fans and fan bases and all that stuff. Everybody can get together and all simultaneously be excited, be hyped. And being excited all on your own just because you are getting something you like, that is fine. That is totally fine. But to me, personally, nothing is better than being excited with people, with other people, with friends, with other internet people, with anybody, with everybody. So join me, my friends, join me in saying this. It's okay to be hyped for E3. Go find a mirror, look deep into your own eyes and tell yourself, it's okay to be hyped for E3. Even in a weird year like this. As long as we keep it fun, it will be fun. As long as it stays fun, then it will stay fun. You know what I'm saying? Well, anyway, are you excited for E3? Are you cautiously optimistic as I myself am? Are you politely and reasonably excited for the event? Head down to the comments, let me know. And in the meantime, I should probably do a little work on the wall. Not much. I mean, it's already basically there. Just little touch-ups here and there. Maybe get like a plant or something. Yeah, it could work.